Everyone thinks the tiger is the deadliest hunter alive, fast, smart, and unstoppable. But what if I told you there's an animal out there that makes even the tiger look fragile? One that can survive freezing oceans, crush a seal's skull with one bite, and fight for hours without slowing down. The crazy part? These two predators could never meet in the wild. But today, we're imagining what would happen if they did. And trust me, by the end, your idea of the king of beasts will never be the same. 1. Size and mass. Let's start with what you can't ignore: size. The polar bear is the heavyweight champion of the carnivore world. Adult males can weigh anywhere from 900 to 1,600 pounds, with the largest ever recorded at over 2,000 pounds. That's nearly the weight of a small car. A Siberian tiger, the largest subspecies of tiger and the biggest cat on Earth, averages around 500 to 670 pounds, stretching up to 10 feet from nose to tail. That's impressive, but when you stand these two titans side by side, the tiger looks like a powerful middleweight against a polar bear's sheer bulk. In the wild, mass matters. A heavier animal delivers stronger impacts, withstands more damage, and has a higher endurance threshold. So, in terms of pure physical mass, the polar bear wins by a landslide. 2. Muscle and strength. But size isn't everything. Strength is about muscle density, leverage, and explosive power. The polar bear uses its strength to smash through ice to reach seals, haul carcasses weighing hundreds of pounds, and even drag beluga whales onto land. Its shoulders and forearms are unimaginably strong, built like battering rams covered in fur. However, the tiger is a specialist in short bursts of violence. When it hunts, it doesn't overpower prey slowly, it ambushes. It can leap 30 feet in a single bound and strike with enough force to knock down a 1,000-pound buffalo. Tigers have been recorded dragging carcasses more than twice their own body weight, uphill. That's not raw strength, that's precision power. So while the bear wins in sustained force and overall bulk, the tiger dominates in explosive strength and agility. It's the difference between a heavyweight boxer and a muscular MMA fighter. Both strong, but built for different kinds of battle. 3. Bite force and weapons. Let's talk about their natural weapons. The polar bear has one of the most powerful bites in the animal kingdom, measuring around 1,200 psi. Its teeth are longer and sharper than a grizzly's, designed to pierce through seal skin and crush bones. But the tiger's bite isn't far behind. At 1,050 psi, it's more than enough to crush a skull or spine. What's more, the tiger's killing method is surgical. It goes for the neck, cutting off blood flow or breaking vertebrae in one precise strike. Then there are the claws. A polar bear's claws are 2 inches long, curved and hooked, made to grip ice and flesh alike. A tiger's claws? Retractable, razor-sharp, and over 3 inches long. They don't just slash, they shred. In a one-on-one fight, the tiger's claws would inflict deeper, faster wounds, while the bear's paws would deliver bone-breaking smashes. It's finesse versus force, precision versus power. If you are enjoying the video, make sure you subscribe. 4. Speed and agility. Now imagine both predators spotting each other on open snow. The polar bear can sprint up to 25 miles per hour, fast for its size, but it tires quickly. Its body is designed for endurance on ice, not quick maneuvering. The Siberian tiger, on the other hand, can reach 40 miles per hour in short bursts. It's built for ambush and acceleration, not long chases. The tiger's lower profile and flexible spine allow it to twist, pivot, and dodge in ways the polar bear simply can't. So if we're talking about who lands the first strike, the tiger wins. Its speed and agility would give it an initial advantage, at least for a few seconds. But once the polar bear connects, the story changes fast. 5. Environment and terrain. Here's where things get interesting: location. On the polar ice caps, the bear is king. Its white fur provides camouflage, its paws are insulated and wide enough to grip slippery surfaces, and its fat layer keeps it warm even after swimming for hours. The tiger would struggle here. Its orange coat stands out against the snow, its paws aren't completely adapted for icy traction, and it burns energy too fast in freezing temperatures. But reverse the setting. Take the fight into the Siberian forest. Thick trees restrict the bear's movement. The tiger blends into the shadows, silent, invisible. It could strike from behind before the bear even realizes it's being hunted. In short, On ice and open terrain, the polar bear reigns supreme. In dense forests or rocky terrain, the tiger gains the upper hand. Environment could decide the outcome long before claws ever meet. 6. Hunting style and strategy. The polar bear is a stalker and an ambusher, but with patience, not stealth. It tracks seals for hours, waiting by breathing holes, conserving energy until it explodes into motion. It's a master of timing and endurance, a predator built to win by attrition. The tiger, on the other hand, is a ghost. It hunts mostly at night, relying on cover, silence, and a lethal combination of speed and surprise. When a tiger strikes, it's a blur, one moment invisible, the next unstoppable. That hunting instinct is wired for precision. It knows exactly where to bite, how to angle its body, and when to pull back. In a fight, the tiger's hunting instincts would translate into superior strategy, smarter movement, faster reactions, and better targeting. But again, that advantage only matters if it can avoid a direct hit from the bear. 7. Defense and endurance. The polar bear has a major advantage in one thing the tiger doesn't: resilience. Its skin and fat together can reach nearly 4 inches thick, forming a natural barrier that insulates and protects vital organs. Even a deep tiger slash might not cut far enough to cause serious harm right away. The bear can take damage and keep fighting. It's used to enduring wounds from walrus tusks, harsh ice, and violent clashes with other bears. The tiger, though powerful, has thinner skin and far less fat. Its muscle is dense and explosive, but less protected. One full-force swipe from a polar bear's paw could break ribs or dislocate a shoulder. Endurance-wise, the bear is adapted for sustained effort, the tiger for speed and precision. If the fight drags on beyond the opening moments, the polar bear's toughness and stamina would likely prevail. 8. Intelligence and adaptability. Here's something people overlook: intelligence. Both predators are smart, but their intelligence evolved for different goals. Polar bears use spatial memory, remembering hundreds of square miles of ice, seal dens, and migration routes. They problem solve, even use tools like rocks or ice to break prey holes. Tigers, however, show strategic intelligence. They adapt tactics depending on prey, terrain, and threat. They've been observed planning ambushes, circling back to flank prey, even using water or darkness to their advantage. So in terms of combat intelligence, the tiger is more flexible and creative. But the bear's sheer experience with survival on the harshest terrain shows a different kind of brilliance: endurance through adaptation. Here's 9. Swimming and mobility. The ocean may look like death to most predators, but for the polar bear, it's home. These giants are natural-born swimmers, evolved to rule the frozen seas as much as the ice above them. They can swim for more than 60 miles without rest, crossing open water for days when the ice drifts apart. Their paws, each nearly a foot wide, act like paddles, slicing through the water with slow, deliberate power. A thick layer of blubber keeps them warm and buoyant, while their nostrils close underwater like valves built by nature's own engineer. No land carnivore comes close. The polar bear isn't just surviving the water, it's mastering it. It hunts seals at the surface, roams broken ice flows, and even naps floating between worlds, part land, part sea. The tiger, though, is no stranger to water either. Unlike most cats, it loves it. It bathes, it cools off, it even hunts in rivers. But swimming for survival? That's another story. A tiger can cross a few hundred meters with ease, sleek, graceful, fearless, but after a few miles, exhaustion sets in. Its body isn't built for endless endurance. The muscles that make it deadly on land become heavy anchors in deep water. So in this arena, there's no contest. The polar bear dominates effortlessly. The water is its second home, and in that cold, merciless blue, the tiger's fire finally fades. 10. The hypothetical showdown. Here's the truth. There's never been a real fight between a tiger and a polar bear. They live worlds apart. One rules the frozen north, the other the shadowed forests of Asia. But if they ever met, the environment would decide everything. On open ice, the tiger loses its greatest weapon, stealth. The polar bear's raw power, size, and stamina make it nearly unstoppable in the cold. But deep in a dense forest, where shadows dance and silence kills, the tiger becomes a ghost. It could strike first, strike fast, and end the fight before the bear even knows it's begun. Fact: in a face-to-face clash, the polar bear dominates. In an ambush, the tiger rules the hunt. Final truth. So here's the verdict. Polar bear advantages size, strength, endurance, Arctic mastery. Tiger advantages agility, intelligence, stealth, tactical precision. In a straight-up brawl, the polar bear wins. But in a planned ambush, the tiger could take the crown. Two apex predators, two different worlds. When they collide, brute strength beats precision. The tiger may be the deadlier hunter, but the polar bear is the one predator even a tiger wouldn't want to meet head-on. Alright, I want to hear from you. Who's taking the crown in this ultimate face-off? The polar bear, king of the Arctic, or the tiger, master of the ambush? Drop your answer in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown of nature's most powerful predators, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with another animal lover. And don't forget, watch the next video showing on your screen right now.